Welcome or welcome back to WatchAdvisor on YouTube. It's Alexander speaking, your host. And today, yes, surprise, surprise, I am on your screen. You don't only hear my voice. First of all, I want to wish you a very happy new year, 2022, in case you have not seen my wishes coming from Kitzbühel. Here are my all the best wishes for you for the year 2022. Why I do appear on your screen today, this is, I'm trying to do a particular video today. You might have watched already, and I'm sure you did. I've received, after waiting passionately 1 year, my Rolex Oyster Pertpetual 41mm with my desired yellow dial. I fell in love with it when I was able to film these watches the first time in September 2020 at the Rolex headquarters in Geneva, and I ordered it with my retailer here in Vienna. I waited a year patiently and I got it. I'm happy with the watch. But there's another story, a little interesting story that I think I want to share with you. I have a very good friend, and this friend of mine had the same idea I had. He wanted to get an Oyster Perpetual 41mm, but not with a yellow dial, but he decided, or he was interested to buy it with a blue dial. He wanted a good looking, not too expensive, not too fancy, not to show off Rolex Oyster Perpetual watch. And I have to say, my friend is not too much into the watches. He is interested. He is open-minded for it. He, and I'm happy to say this, is not wearing an Apple Watch or any digital gimmick on his wrist. He's really into mechanical watches. So he saw the watch in an advertising and said to himself, "Oh, that's something I'd want to make myself a gift." And this was the only idea. He said, "Okay, I'll buy it. I just want it. I'm working hard. Let's go and buy the watch." So what happened to him is he entered a store, an authorized dealer here in Vienna, and it was really a very incredible story that happened there. He entered there and went to the counter and asked for the watch. He said he wanted to try the watch, and then the first thing, of course, that was told that the watch is not available. Okay, and since he is not really into waiting lists and he's not into all this stuff. He doesn't know about it. He didn't know about it. Meanwhile, he does, yeah. But he said, okay, why can't I just try the watch? And then already the sales rep got pretty arrogant and told him in the sense of what he expects to walk into a Rolex store or a Rolex boutique and try such a watch on. That's impossible to get, and you have to be, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Okay, then he said, okay, yep. He said, okay, then order the watch for me. He said, are you kidding? And the guy, the sales rep, got more and more arrogant. And my friend still just not thinking about, because he didn't knew it, he wasn't aware about what's really going on the markets. And so he said, okay, order the watch for me. He said, okay, no ordering. Okay, then he said, what can I do to get the watch? And maybe I can wait a while. Once you will get next delivery, I'm ready to pick it up, and I can make a deposit now if you want to. Then they said, no, there's no way ordering it. There's no way making any deposit, and there's no way. And then my friend said, okay, this is a Rolex dealer. So what is wrong? Am I in the wrong store? What's wrong? What's wrong with me? Do I wear the wrong jeans or the wrong T-shirt, or what's wrong with me? Then he said, okay, then I'd like to go on a waiting list. My friend said, put me on a waiting list. And this is the moment then when really I have to say, I probably would have got really angry. And then that sales rep says in a very snobby Viennese accent to him, yes, if you want to get on a waiting list in our store, you have to have a name. Meaning, or telling him that he's a no one, just a little idiot. And telling him that he has to have a name. He has to be, I don't know whatsoever on the list. And then it's that moment when my friend really said, okay, come on, I go out of here. He called me. He gets out of that retailer. He's pissed. He's angry. He doesn't understand why, because he simply didn't know. He calls me directly on the phone, says, Alex, you are my watch guy. Explain me what happened in there. And I explained him the whole story. And then he said, oh, come on, that's not possible. And I said, yeah, that's the reality. Tons of comments that are in the comment section where I always say what I really believe in. That's this entire shortage of basic Rolex watches has been artificially created. It's greedy business. These watches are simply delivered. Rolex manufactures 1 million, please guys, 1 million watches per year. And these watches, they never get to the sales point where you can buy them. They go to the parallel gray market to be there to be sold for double or third the price. If I take just my Oyster Perpetual 41 millimeter, I paid 5,500. This was the price before. And already months before I was able to get my Oyster Perpetual, the watch was available at one of these retailers, parallel market retailers here in Vienna, selling it for 12,600. Why is the watch there? And why is the watch available simply for just a regular customer? Nobody can tell me that this is normal. It is artificial, created, greedy business by these kind of authorized dealers that just play dirty games with their clients, telling them how nothing they are, how much they have to be on special lists, waiting lists, how much other watches they have to buy first, or even pushing them literally into the gray market, asking them to buy the watch there, and then knowing that they're all going to benefit because it's themselves who push those watches there. So it is crazy. It is simply crazy. There are tons, hundreds of thousands of watches on the parallel market sitting there waiting to be sold for crazy prices, and obviously nobody buys them, but there are hundreds of thousands of customers who would want to buy one at the regular Rolex authorized dealer, and they don't get one. And my friend really, I told him the entire story. And then I said to him, okay, what can we do? I can't call anyone to help you because they will all laugh at me. And I told you, I waited a year yeah, I didn't use any of my contacts I have to the headquarters. Why should I? I waited for the watch. He didn't want to wait. So what I did then, I own the Omega Seamaster Aquaterra watch. That is a watch that is similar with a blue dial by coincidence. I wear the watch always different. I never wear it with that with the bracelet because I'm a guy who likes the watches with NATOs or with any tissue straps, etc. The Rolex is the only watch I personally wear with the original bracelet. But all the other watches I tend to swap with tissue NATO straps, etc. because I simply like them. It's my decision. I like it. So what I did, I said to Tom, look, I give you my Seamaster Aquaterra. I will put the bracelet on. I will size it exactly to your wrist. Wear the watch. Just wear it. You wanted a watch with blue dial. You wanted that type of watch. I'll give it to you as long as you want. And then tell me if you're okay with it. He took the watch. He has been wearing the watch for a couple of weeks. And then all of a sudden he calls me and said, you know what? Go fork yourself. I go for that Omega. I don't want to line up in that business and play those silly games. I don't simply want to do it. He bought the watch. He meanwhile has the watch. He's happy. He wanted something different, but by giving him the opportunity or persuading him, try something else. Why not? Okay, I know you have something in mind because you liked it. He is not the one who wanted to gamble. He's not the one who wanted to speculate. The guy owns good money. He's a successful guy. He has his own company. He's father of 4 children. He has a beautiful wife. He doesn't need that crap, you know? He's just a fine guy. Someone like you, me, you out there, a fine guy. And I gave him the Omega and he liked it. Wow. And he said, come on, even the watch features the date. The Rolex wouldn't have even featured the date. I said, yeah, but that's not important, you know? Date, who cares about the date function? No one cares about the date function. This is a video, I just want to open your mind. I know that there are many of you watching my videos. I am showing watches you can't buy. I get criticized in the comment section for this. Still, I want to not only show things you always can buy, because simply I am an absolutely huge fan of Rolex. These watches are incredible. They are. Nothing against it, but they should be available. That's the point. They are not. And this is what makes me sad, mad. Rolex manufactures 1 million watches per year. 1 million. Imagine. And they are not available? Come on, guys. Believe that shit or don't believe it. I would say you should not. Okay? I can imagine that some of the really, some of the specialties are not available. But the basic watches, a freehand watch without the date for 5,750 meanwhile, when I bought it 5,500 euros, is not available. Come on, forget it. Don't tell me any stories, don't try to persuade me. I wouldn't believe it. That's greedy business, that's all. So nothing against the brand, that's a spectacular watch, but nothing against Omega. That's a spectacular brand too. Master Chronometer certified watch. It's fantastic. I am just, wow, you know, it's a fantastic watch. Looking good, performing good, accurate as it could be, nothing better, and completely anti-magnetic. It's a fantastic watch. So nothing against Omega as well, but these watches are available. There is no artificial greedy business being created behind. You can buy them. Some of them okay. Some of them, as some of Rolex specialties also at Omega, aren't available. That's normal. That's life. But not everything. It can't be that everything is not available. This is not normal. And this is why I also tried to persuade Tom and say, hey Tom, you don't have to play the game. Don't play it. Go and open your mind. Go for something different. Can you imagine going to a retailer, being someone, knowing that you are successful? You don't care about spending 5,500 euros. You just want to make a pleasure to yourself. You go in there and then someone tells you in a snobby Viennese accent, just an arrogant little guy that has power because he's having or selling or not even selling, distributing something to privileged people, telling a potential customer, oh, you have to have a name to get on the waiting list. You know, I could have said this in good Viennese, Austrian, ja, da müssen Sie schon einen Namen haben, damit Sie auf eine Warteliste kommen. Da müssen Sie schon einen Namen haben, damit Sie auf eine Warteliste kommen. That's what he said. For all of you now watching this, comment sections are open. Let's discuss and let's really think. Just say what you think. Aren't there alternatives? It mustn't be I don't only talk about Omega. You can. There are many other alternatives. IWC, Schaffhausen, Breitling, Ma, blah blah blah. Many other ones. But I am also a big Omega fan. So I just did what I had to do, and I will do it again. And for you guys watching this video, probably you should think the same and ask yourself: Are you really such an idiot? Are you really such a fool that you are accepting that treatment? I don't think so. So in case you are now waking up and saying to yourself, Alex, yeah, well, I think so. Think different. These Rolex watches, they anyhow all go on the gray market to be sold for third or whatever price. It's artificial, greedy business. Don't believe in it. It's artificial, greedy business. It has been created. It's not real. It's not reality. Don't believe it. But open your mind. Don't let yourself be fooled. Look left. Look right. Out of the box. Orientate yourself for other brands. I told you there are so many cool brands you could wear, and they are at least the same fun, but you aren't fooled. You spend your money and you get fun. You get what you deserve. You get pleasure. Why must the fact that you want to buy a watch be stressful? You are doing a favor to yourself, or you're trying to make a favor to someone else. Enjoy it and don't let yourself be fooled. Okay? Comments, please. I know it will be probably intense what kind of comments we will see right now, but please, your comments are welcome. It was a different video. You saw me more than you probably saw me all the other rest of the year. It is me doing a job where the watches are the stars. I don't want to be on the picture all the time. The watches are the stars here, of course, and the people behind the watches. So here they are. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. I'm looking forward to share all the stuff that will come up in a couple of days now. We are filming in Parmigiani next week, and yeah, blah, we're having lots of things to come. And as always, you are the best audience in the world. And I'm not kidding. I'm really saying it because I think so. Call at any time, shoot me an email if you want, alexander@watchadvisor.com. Write questions in the comment sections if you need something. If I can be here for you, I'm here. Thanks for watching, and yeah, looking forward to reading your comments.